Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. As human beings, why are we so wicked against each other? Why do we seek to tear down persons who are doing good? Why do we seek to dwell on only the negative that a person would have done? If a person have done out of 100, if the person have done 90 positive things and 10 negative, we'll seek only to highlight the negatives. Why are we like that? Why can't we support each other and seek to build up each other instead of tearing down each other? It pains my heart when I go on the social media, especially Facebook, and day in and day out, there's a group of persons who are set on tearing down this particular individual. Every day they find something that she would have supposedly done. And at the end of the day, what is it all about? Do we even think and consider the persons who will be losing out when this individual decides to pack up the charity that she has been doing? The commission that God has given us is to look out for those who are less fortunate. The Bible speaks about, I was sick and you didn't visit me. I was hungry and you didn't give me any food. I was naked and you didn't clothe me. This is what this individual is trying to do, carrying out the commission that God has given us. All Aunty Donna set us to do is to help those who are less fortunate. How many of us would abandon our jobs, will forsake all of the chores that we have to do, or the things that we have to do at home, to get up each single day and to find persons who are less fortunate, or to come on the social media and to solicit help or donations for these persons who are less fortunate? The methods whereby she went about highlighting these persons, many persons would not have agreed with her methods, but it is what she had to do in order to safeguard herself. It is about transparency. A lot of times, you might do things behind closed doors and people will find a way to tell lies on you. Imagine this lady is transparent. And look at what people are doing, still finding loopholes to say she has done this and to say she has done that, and how she's a scammer, and the list goes on. What if she wasn't transparent? What if she went behind closed doors to give these recipients the things that were given for them? That is the time they would have crucified her more. I mean, it's a good thing Jesus came on earth in a human form to show us that as human beings we are going to be going through persecution. Aunty Donna is a perfect example of the persecution, that Jesus went through. His very own, they rejected him. When he was arrested, even though there was nothing for him to be arrested for. And when he came before Pilate, they said, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. And all he came on earth was to do good. This lady, by the name of Aunty Donna, all she's trying to do is to help people who are less fortunate. What is so wrong about that? What crime has she committed? Look how many persons have benefited from the program. Look how many persons have been highlighted, even business-wise. Look how many persons would have been motivated. There are so many persons who didn't even realize their potential. But it is through her program that people could look in themselves and realize that, you know what? There's so much that is within me that I can use to my own benefit. Persons would have started their own business. Persons would have started, so many things just to upgrade and to uplift themselves through that lady. She's an influencer. She's a motivator. She's a trailblazer. How many persons would have gotten up and done what she did? She's a selfless individual. And instead of people to pick her up, all people do is to tear her down. Just because she's making strides, just because she's going places, just because people and other business people have seen her worth and they are using her, to highlight their business and to promote their business. Is that what people have this lady as a bad person for? Is that why people are so wicked and bad mind? Would I say bad mind? And in English word jealous. That is about being jealous. There's no need to be jealous. We all have our 24 hours for the day. There are some persons who are more creative than some. There are more persons who, people would listen to more than some. But in your own little corner, you can create your own little niche. Whatever she didn't happen overnight. It took time. And so there's no reason for people to be jealous of her. She didn't kill anyone. All she tried to do was to help. And in so doing, people have dragged her name from one end of the world to another. People have tried to plot to kill her. People have set her up. And when it doesn't work, now they are trying now to threaten her life. Who wants to go through all of that? For what? Who wants to go through all of that? What is it all about? How do we live with ourselves? You just sit down and tear somebody for no reason at all. Somebody who is trying to do good. Somebody who has not killed anyone. And would rather big up somebody who have killed someone more than someone who is helping. Why was it like that? They said when you try to do good, evil presents itself. And the evil that has been meted to this lady is more than any human being should bear. And kudos to her. Now she has decided it is time to close the charity. I am really saddened that, she had plans for more persons. More persons could have been helped through her program. More persons could have gotten support through her program. We all have flaws. We all have weaknesses. None of us is perfect. Even the persons who are highlighting all the negatives that she would have done, they also have their flaws. So what is it about? Why can't we be our brother's keeper? Why can't we, cheer on people who are doing good? Why can't we show love to persons who are doing good, who are doing well? Why can't we just be there for people and affirm people who are doing good? Why can't we affirm people who are doing good? Why is it only about negative, 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 negative? Day in, day out, negative, day in, day out, negative. It's a good thing. She knows the Lord. Whether you believe it, yes or no. Because if she didn't know God, and if she didn't trust God, she would have been depressed a long time. She wouldn't even show her face on social media. That is strength. That is inside strength. She has strength inside. She knows her self-worth. She knows that the things that they are saying about her, they are not true. And because of that, she gets up every morning with a smile on her face and she's going about her business. I am sure those persons who get up every day and are tearing her down, I am sure they feel good now that they have heard that she's giving up charity. I am sure they would have achieved their aim. But to what extent? To what extent? How do you feel good about that? How do you feel good about that? So many persons are gonna be left behind. For what? What does it profit you? How does that help the situation? We are in a country where, the government resources are not stretched to the less fortunate. It is those who are at the top who are winning. Those are the ones who are benefiting. And if there's this individual who has decided that, you know what, I am going to dedicate my time just to help people. I am going to dedicate my resources just to help people. And because my resources are limited, I am going to seek help from others who are same like-minded, who have the same mind as I do. What is wrong about that? Why can't we strive to build up each other instead of tearing down each other? The Chinese people, when they leave their country and come here or they go anywhere else in the world, a lot of times accommodation is a problem. But you see, when it comes to helping each other, they would share that one room. Thousands of them could be in that one room and nobody will know that they are in that room. It is just about building each other. It's about helping each other. They don't seek to tear down each other. But when I look at the black race, coming right back from slavery, that is how we behave towards each other. Those persons who sold their fellow brother and sister, they didn't care. They didn't know the conditions that these people were coming to. But they just went ahead and sold them for what? For money. So we will throw people under the bus for a little change because all this setup and all of those things that are going on. I am sure the persons who have decided to tear down Aunty Donna, I'm sure they would have paid people. But that little money is gonna finish. You might be able to buy a little dinner or something with it. But how long is that going to last? Let us be careful. When we dig a pit, dig two, because when you're set up for people's downfall, you don't know what's gonna befall you. I wasn't much of a social media person until I came in contact, not physical contact, but on social media with Aunty Donna. That is when I started to follow her. And I was so moved by the way how she went about helping people. And today, to see what has become of what she has done, her legacy, whether those persons like it or not, her legacy lives on. You can't take that away from her. She's a trailblazer. She's a motivator. She's an icon. And one day, it's a pity Jamaica only waits for when people die to recognize them. But I hope that in her lifetime, just like how Barbados honored Rihanna, I hope that Jamaica one day will honor Aunty Donna and even make her into a hero because she really deserves it. Kudos to you, Aunty Donna. Big up yourself.